On the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Boise State's offense will get the ball first. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Madsen. Unloads to the wideout. And the big deflection on third down forces a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball to force the incompletion.
And the Broncos send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Air Force's offense will get the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
From the gun, the running back has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Bringing the heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes a catch down the right side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Here on third down for this offense. Johnson looking to throw. They're working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. What a run! Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. Quick step and go. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Big fullback's got it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back, but occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it, but when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
They'll run the option. Quarterback on the keeper. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The play action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Johnson looking to throw. Hits the open man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Falcons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Gets the back moving. Johnson wants to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's dragged down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll keep it himself. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
They're going to ride this running back. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the option. The pitch. Got enough for the first down. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Using his legs, it's Harris. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Sweet cut there. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Scrambling away. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not...
The sneak scores it.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty has gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Jeanty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Turning it on! The 10! Touchdown, Boise State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Latham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Calls his own number. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Roberson. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for space. It's Harris. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, the long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. Great place to start for this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Runs through a tackle. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Now on the counter. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They had a great day today.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Caught near the sticks. It's Sherrod. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.